Hello, this is RV Vagabond Jerry, and this is part of my 3-video series about how to get internet in your RV, especially when you're on the road. I've done another video about satellite internet and another video about Wi-Fi internet, and this video will be about cell phone internet. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with cell phone internet. Just about everybody these days has a smartphone with internet. So if you're real comfortable about using the internet on your cell phone, then that's all you need. And as long as you're in an area where you can get cell phone service on your internet, then you're pretty much set. And that's generally within up to 30 miles from a cell phone tower. However, it varies from one internet service to another. Verizon, of course, and closely behind that is AT&T, that has the widest coverage. But services like Sprint and T-Mobile are much more limited into where you can use their cell phone service. Not cell phone service, but internet service, or as they call data. Because I've been in a lot of places around the country where I could not get internet service. I could make a phone call, my cell phone would work, but I'm in what they call a roaming area. I personally have Sprint, so there's a lot of cities where Sprint just does not have service. And Sprint uses Verizon's service just about everywhere for telephone calls, but not for internet. So if you want the very best coverage, you got to get Verizon or AT&T, but then of course they're a lot more expensive. And if you are really comfortable with browsing the internet on your cell phone, then you're set. That's all you need. Personally, I find using the internet on my cell phone to be pretty much intolerable. It is so ridiculously limiting, and it's not a normal browser. And so many times I just cannot figure out how to do things when on my computer internet I can do it really quickly. So I rarely use the internet on my cell phone. So the way you can use the internet on your computer while getting it through your cell phone is through a thing called tethering. So your cell phone service will have a tethering option, which simply transfers the cell phone internet from your phone to your computer. And there are two ways of doing that. You can do it wireless, or you can do it through a wired cable. I prefer the wired cable. I try to stay away from wireless things as much as possible because they tend to be more problematic and slower. So that's the way I do the large majority of my internet usage, is through my cell phone and tethering. The way that works is from your cell phone, you have a cable that plugs into the charger port, which goes to plug into a regular USB port on your computer. Now, another problem is that cell phone companies limit how much you can use the tethering. And I was told by my service, Sprint, that no cell phone company has unlimited tethering. Even though on my cell phone service, my monthly plan, I have unlimited internet usage. And unlimited internet usage is something you're probably only going to get from Sprint or T-Mobile. Verizon and AT&T do not offer unlimited internet with their cell phone plans. But then with services like Sprint and T-Mobile, you're going to be very limited in the areas around the country where you can use it. So, and the other problem is its limitation of the tethering. But there's a way around that, fortunately. If you get a software that is called pdanet, you go to this website that is pdanet.co, and you download their software onto your cell phone. You also download it onto your computer. It's a one-time charge of $8, and that is probably the best $8 I've ever spent in my life. So the way it works is that on your cell phone, you get this app on here that says pdanet, and all you have to do is make sure this is checked where it says activate USB tether. And then you go to your computer, and there will be a little icon right here that you click. It says PDA ready to connect, and then you click on connect internet, and it says connected. So now when you go to YouTube, you can see now that you have service. So that's the way I do it, and that's the way I would recommend that you do it. It gives you a normal, ordinary browser like you're very familiar with all the benefits and the full size everything. So that's the way I do the large majority of my internet work, is through this tethering from my cell phone to my computer. I really like it. It has worked very well for me. And for, I think it is $60 a month with Sprint, I get unlimited internet usage, and I often use over 100 gigabytes a month of data, which is just another word for the internet usage. But with other companies, or Sprint also has limited plans where you can get 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100 gigabyte plans. But the best deal, if you're going to use it a whole lot, is to get the unlimited service if your cell phone company offers it. So there you go. That is a very fine option. I've been using it for a year now, and it has really served me well. Except when I'm off on a trip somewhere and I get to an area where my cell phone service, Sprint, just does not have cell phone service, and then I have no internet at all, unless I can connect to a Wi-Fi. So I also use Wi-Fi. I kind of prefer Wi-Fi because when you're on the pdanet and using it that way, when you get a phone call, whenever you're on the phone, on your cell phone, it cuts out your internet. You cannot use the internet and talk on the cell phone at the same time. And that's a little bit of a disadvantage. So sometimes I will connect to the internet using Wi-Fi. If that's possible, that's my preferred way of doing it, although Wi-Fi internet can be a lot slower than the cell phone internet. But I use them both together from time to time. The cell phone internet and the Wi-Fi internet depending on which one is better at the time or wherever I am. Sometimes one down and the other isn't. So you kind of want to use them both together. So please go to my other video where I'm talking about how I use Wi-Fi on my computer, and also about having the Wi-Fi booster. I use the Wi-Fi Ranger, which I also really like. So check that video out as well. Good day.